I always believe like anything which is done with the human hand or pace of human hand is inherently sustainable because you're following natural pace.
So Rahul, now tell me something about the issue that we want to discuss today. Sustainable fashion. And we were discussing about its impact both in terms of emissions, water consumption, questions around job generation, employment generation in countries like ours where we struggle with livelihoods. Fast fashion removes lots of workforce. How did you start thinking about sustainability? And for you, what did sustainability really mean? Sustainability is a big spectrum of issues uh, and could be described in multiple ways. How did you approach sustainability and why?
I think it also comes from the education because when you study in Ahmedabad, NID Ahmedabad, and I always remember late Professor M.P. Ranjan, who was my design guru. And he used to take us to Kocharav Ashram, giving us power of Khadi, what Mahatma Gandhi has done in terms of, when you look at politics of it, when you look at employment-related issues, when you look at all the issues, how he solved with one single tool, which was, hand-spun, hand-woven fabric. So it was an ID time, and my first project was with Handloom Textiles of Kerala. So it was a first classroom project. And the goal was to create, different usage of the handloom textile because nobody was wearing handloom at that point in time. How do you create new product? And those products which can become fashionable and people can use them quite often. So I started with that. From Kerala, I've worked with multiple clusters all this while. Orissa Handloom in Dindori, or we talk about, there was a project which I did with Taj Hotels. It was about using Pochampalli weavers in Ikat. And then when we look at Chanderi, Maheshwari, all these fabrics. So over the period of time, I realized that the slowness is the most beautiful thing. Because if, sustainability is something almost like 5 blind people, they have never seen an elephant, or maybe because they're blind. Whatever part you touch, you see this is what sustainability is. Somebody says it looks like tail, somebody says it's like trunk, is what sustainability. So in my limited thought process and knowledge, I really feel if one single word which can define sustainability is rhythm. And this I learned from my daughter Arna, who is 8-year-old now. From her first school, she went to World of System. They always talked about rhythm. Because rhythm is not just related to music. It's just, if you're growing cotton and if you do a cyclic farming or rhythmic farming where you also create pulses, you create different kind of farmings, and then again grow cotton with a lot of patience, you will always going to have sustainable processes in that. So a lot of times our hunger or greed, or even I would say our speed, creates an imbalance. So I always believe like anything which is done with the human hand or pace of human hand is inherently sustainable because you're following natural pace.